What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. This is Living to Learn. Thanks so much for taking the time out to watch today's video. These videos, I truly enjoy making them. It's something that's very helpful to me. It's therapeutic almost. And so thank you so much for giving me an audience. Thank you for giving me the time that is so precious to all of us. I appreciate that. And I want to let you know that if you want to continue to further support this channel, there are 3 opportunities in the description of the video to donate financially. Thank you to those of you who have already invested in my hard work. And also, if you'd like to follow me on TikTok and Instagram, my handles are there in the description as well, at Live to Learn Coaching. This is something that is, it's important to me. My channel is important. The work that I'm doing is important to myself, and I hope it's important to others as well. And today I just want to kind of get on here and not rant, but just share what's been on my heart, what's been on my mind lately, how unpredictable life is, how unpredictable this life that we live can be at times, as 2024 delivers its first curveball to me in my life. And if you've already experienced that, maybe some of you have carried that in to the new year from 2023. Part of the reason why I share the things that I share on this channel is so that you can understand and you can know that if you're looking for someone to help you get through a tough situation, help you get through tough circumstances, to coach you through a season in your life where you feel like you need some help, you need some assistance, you need to know that you're not dealing with, so if you're dealing with someone like myself, you're dealing with someone who has had similar experiences. I may not have lived your life. I've never walked a day in your shoes, just like you've never walked a day in mine. But there are similarities, and there are things that I can relate to. So I come on here and I share. And today I just want to talk about the unpredictability of life, what happens in life, the storms that come, the things that life brings to us, and why. Why is it? Why is it so unpredictable? That's one of the greatest questions, right? People have probably been asking that question in some form or fashion, in some way or another, since the beginning of time. Why the unpredictable? Why the unknown? What is it with unknown circumstances that bring themselves to our doorstep? They show up at our doorstep out of nowhere. We never invited them. We never wanted them. But here they are. What is this about? And I understand why people pursue a spiritual faith, a construct, a framing, a way to frame things, because it really does help. It's really helpful in trying to make sense of things that just don't make sense. And so I wonder if you can relate to what I'm saying right now. Some of you can. Some of you are going through the exact same thing. Some of you have experienced these things for quite some time. Maybe you are right now, and I want to let you know that if you are right now, I want to offer some encouragement, as I offer encouragement for myself during another difficult season. Now, I've been on here before talking about difficult seasons. I don't know that there's a limit to them. I know they don't last forever. That I know. This one won't either. But 2024 has already it's caught me on my blind side already. So that's the circumstance that I'm in. But I want to offer encouragement as I'm going through this, as I'm pushing through this, because I will be successful. I will see my dreams come true, and I will achieve my goals. So let me offer some encouragement. Here's what I want you to do. Here's my advice today. I want you to start accepting everything about yourself, and I want you to understand how unique you are. And I want you to practice self-love every single day, whatever that looks like for you. I want you to remind yourself of your worth. I want you to repeat affirming language and messages to yourself that are going to empower you and that are going to remind you That in all this unpredictability, all these things that we couldn't have seen coming, you're still enough. I'm still enough. There's just certain things in our lives that have to be embedded, like those, I don't know if you've ever been to a parking lot where they got these metal poles that they put in the ground. I remember this job I used to work at. We used to sometimes not have enough room in the warehouse to store the cars that we used to work on. So we had an outside parking lot. And the outside parking lot, we'd have to store some cars, and of course, it's outside, so there's more exposure, right? It's a little more open, but the only thing we really had to keep people from any thieves that might have been thinking to steal some of these cars, that were nice cars, was we had these poles that we would put. There was these holes at the entrance of the parking lot, and there was a space in there, and these two heavy metal poles that would just anchor down, and then there was a place to put a padlock on there so that they couldn't be removed out of the ground. And those two metal poles was really what was keeping anybody from having thoughts or it was discouraging people from thinking, man, how am I going to get on these poles? What am I going to do with that? And there's things in our lives that need to be like that. They need to just be anchored. They need to be immovable, regardless of what we're going through, regardless of what is happening to us. And that is something that I have to remind myself daily. And that is something that I'm here to remind you about as well. You are enough just as you are. And I know I sound like a broken record. I know my message has been repetitive. It's because I don't think we can ever hear this enough, to be honest with you. We've got to embrace ourselves. Listen, storms are going to come. Hard times are going to come. And like those two poles in that parking lot, we've got to be anchored down to certain things. And no matter what happens to me, no matter how hard this is, no matter what this is taking from me, strength-wise, I cannot be moved because this is where I'm established. Remember, when we accept ourselves, we're giving ourselves a gift. With all our flaws, our imperfections, we all have blind spots, we all have biases. No one is walking around this earth who has not failed, who has not made a mistake. So this is me making an attempt to encourage you, in spite of where I'm at, personally in my own life. No one is impervious to this. I'm not special. I'm unique. But I'm human just like everyone else, and I got to live this life just like everyone else. And we all have to experience similar things, and we will all go through similar storms. I'm here to encourage you in the midst of my own. Accept yourself. Stay grounded in that. Stay grounded in that fact that you are enough. I am enough. That's going to keep us on solid ground. That's going to solidify our position as who we are, who we get to be. So take that with you today. And I hope that it's helpful. I hope it's encouraging. And once again, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. Check me out on Instagram and TikTok at Live to Learn Coaching. If you want to support with your financial donations, they're welcomed. They're appreciated. But ultimately, what I really want to see more individuals be encouraged, be built up, and be solid on their own 2 feet, understanding that they are enough. Because that is the understanding that I'm working on ingraining that into my own mind, into my own soul, into my own heart. Because we got to know that. We cannot be moved off of certain things. And that self-acceptance is what I believe is going to establish us regardless of what we're going through and regardless of what comes our way. Because life is unpredictable. So I hope that's helped. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.